As well as an e-gift card so that you all can shop and enjoy the experience as a whole. We're going to start the tour from here and walk all the way through the store right to the beginning and the entrance. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. We're very excited because this store is different. Different in the sense that architecturally it's different. I think you know, BookXcess, every store is a unique store for us. We want to give an experience. We want people to come in and be part of our experience. A bookstore that is here to educate people, inculcate a reading habit, hopefully. Yes, readers will come in, but our mission is to bring in non-readers. How do we do that? We create this whole area, but it's a nice environment to sit and do your work as well. So let's start our journey. You can follow me. So unique about this bookstore, this is our first bookstore that we have two F&B outlets. Never heard before, right? Access always done raw. We want to give it a different aesthetics, so that's why this whole setup is done this way. I think, like I mentioned just now, no two bookstores are alike, so this is different, and we want to give you a different experience. So let's start our journey. It's available for sale. So let's start. Come. Anybody very tall? No. Okay, we're good. So as you can see, the artwork is on the wall. Some of the artwork doesn't have pricing yet. In love with art, you know. So if you don't start somewhere, this is a place. So we're giving local artists a platform to showcase their artwork. Our artwork here is all for sale. You can pick it up today. You can come back and pick it up tomorrow. And the price range is very, very affordable. We start as low as 200 ringgit and it goes up to about 5,000 ringgit. So a very nice price point. Hopefully you guys will like it, and we want people to appreciate it and take home a piece of art and support our local industry. That's what we want to do. We want to support the local industry. Some of these artists don't have a platform or place to show it. So we are proud to work with them and give them a space to do this. So look out for more artwork, and this will be changing constantly. If it's sold, we put up a new one. So we'll have
banyak.
Okay, so we've done our art tours. Yes, they're tall. We want to create that illusion that you're going through something different. How do you know what books are there in all the shelves? We have these little markings here. So this is music and movies. So everywhere you go, all the towers will have a marking to show what genre it is. Okay? So try and make it part of the aesthetics rather than have big signages that say fiction, not fiction. We make it work. So it's part. Of course, we have these ladders for you guys to help you climb up and pick up a book or two, but not to worry, those that are right at the top, our friendly staff can help you get them down if you need them as well. Why? The decor is very important as well. Yeah. So what is the surprising thing about the store is every corner you find something unusual, something different, decor, and a piano. Why not, right? Knock it down for a while. But yes, it works. It's not just a display. So another decor piece. So you try and make the environment different. So every store that you go, you will see something that's totally immersive and different. We also have our islands. Okay, so books are everywhere. So what we want to do is change things up a little bit. So every time there, and we're constantly changing up the books. Our colleagues are always refreshing the books that we have, because sometimes the books might be out there, you may not see it. So tomorrow when you come back, those books might be at the aisle here. So there's always something to look for, because you know, it's a vast bookstore. You may miss certain books and you may not remember that it's a books that we have. Moving on, so we have one cashier counter which is on my left. So once you've done your whole shopping experience, this is where highlight colored pens, toys, more books. Sorry? Okay, so because we have little pockets, and as I mentioned, we like to support local art, this little area here, the elephant probably will come in here. This is a piece of artwork done by one local artist. It's called with different designs. Why are we having it here as an exhibition piece is to show that we are also here, pillar of Tibet. So with that in mind, this artwork is also here just to show that there is a write-up on the artwork and what is it all about. The same artist did, right? Unexpected, there's one more there. So I think you can play a game that's small. They've closed that and they moved here. They serve authentic Okinawa Japanese cuisine. Why Okinawa? The founders, their husband and wife couple, their chef husband is from Okinawa. Hence, they specialize in Okinawa Japanese food. Later after this, you guys are going to have a taste of the food upstairs. And you can see and taste for yourself how yummy the food is. Really authentic, very natural. So a little bit, I think you know, when you talk about Japanese work, you know, they do all this. First of its kind bookstore. I don't think you all know any bookstore that has a Japanese restaurant inside, as well as a cafe. I mean, cafe is a common thing, right? But we have 2 outlets. So why we are doing this? So that when you shop, you're tired, you need a cup of coffee, you go and sit down, stop your shopping for a while. No need to walk out to go and get it. Or when you're hungry suddenly, no need to walk out. Stay here. You want to spend the whole day here and enjoy it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just need to get away. Why not? Okay. Even the music in this bookstore is slightly different. We want to bring up the game a little bit, so that's what we have. So if you're looking for romance, just look out for the signage. How do you know? You just look out for it. And it's colored differently as well. We also have bags. Sometimes you know, when you come shopping, too many books, not to worry. We have bags. You don't want to use plastic, we have bags. Cards. Now at this juncture, we're going to go into the children's area. So on the left, we have children's books. Right, we have the children's book. Now as you walk out to this area, how to go gravitate towards the books. We want them to also engage in that, right? So we brought it down a little bit, and also we have friends. Because mothers can come with their friend and all that. Have their child here. They might be tired. They may want to sit. The child can take a break. Okay, pick a book. Why not? We have this so that people realize there's a little dip here. So we look into these little things as well. It may be rough, it may be a bit more not the usual. It's very unconventional. Yes, we wanted to push the boundaries. We wanted to be different because we don't want to be like any other normal bookstore. Even amongst our own bookstores, we wanted every single bookstore to be different. So how do we do that? Every bookstore has got to be different. Pushing boundaries, going up the next limit, unexpectedly different. Yeah? So let me show you another feature. So all this whole area is going to be children's bookstores. Not to mandi. It is a real bathtub, right? Ladies and gentlemen, it's a real deal. And we have water inside. Some people feel that, some parents don't know. I've met parents who say, waterproof, why? You see, when children, we know that when they want to have a bath time, kerana, banyak kerana, tak nak mandi lah, nak ni lah. Some kids are like that because it's boring, right? So why not? And when you have a bath when in the shower, you give them toys. They play with toys all the time. Why don't you make it different? Give them these bath books, and while they're playing and having a good time, getting it wet, you don't have to panic. They're going to learn something as well. So make bath time not only fun but educational, and tak boring sangat, and you don't have to force them to read it. It's a fun thing. And eventually, hopefully, they will enjoy reading and it becomes a habit. So what we're trying to say is reading doesn't have to be just in front of a table in a chair, sitting down and doing it. While you're in the shower, why not? You know? And these are fun things. And they're always like, oh my god, don't get the book wet. Don't use this one, get the books wet. So that's why we put this here.
Before this, because this kind of book, apa yang saya dengar lah.
Yeah.
Belum ni biasa orang kena beli kat luar.
Ya ke?
Yes, kena order dekat Bookxcess, kena order dekat Amazon, but then
Kita memang selalu ada that people don't know. So sekarang how do we make people think? Sometimes bukan think lah. Sometimes visually when you see it, you dapat idea lagi. Oh tak sangka ya. And they can be very good gifts as well. You know? Every time buying that kind of book, young parents are scared, right? You don't know whether you're going to get wet. It's a great gift idea. Honestly, we need to start thinking about different ideas, right? We don't know what to give. I'm sure they appreciate, and this is something boleh tahan lasak lah. Can be handy down as well, right? So, think creatively. Hopefully, you all can pass on that message about being creative to get kids to read. Because you start them young, hopefully they become like y'all, like avid readers as well. Somebody's already holding books in their hands already. I like that.
concern about the safety on being this takut ada budak masuk ke.
Yes, a lot of people have, I mean, that's a challenge we would like to take, and we put on our sign. I think kids also will get excited. I think it's also, the onus is also on the parents to say, tengok ya, see no touch and all that. So far, touch wood, we've done what we need to do in terms of precaution. The water is not very deep. It's safety level lah, you know what I mean? But you are right, but we are also watching out for these things. But sometimes we need to show it to the way it is. If I put a shower head sini pun tak cantik lah, kan? So batak lah. But yes, we understand everybody has, even this tone is also not safe. But
Ni pun satu poster kat ni. Z A72.
And we've been receiving a lot of requests to have recently released books. So we're trying out. So this is the first bookstore to have it amongst all our bookstores. And we hope to grow it eventually to other stores and grow the range of books as well. So these are standard book price range. Okay, so that's the first as well for this bookstore. So aesthetics is also, I think, important, yeah? It's not just about selling books, it's about selling the whole lifestyle, the whole experience is very important for all of us. Our books, you go and look at it and just be in your own world. Even I think you've been to many bookstores, it's very conventional in terms of the entrance, the facade, the decor. Like I said just now, we want to get non-readers, attract them in. How do we attract non-readers? Curiosity, pique their interest. Why is this thing here? Why is this? Look and feel. That first impression is so important, right? So we do this differently. Again, I stress the point, none of our stores look alike. So if you've gone to one store, don't end it there. Go to all our 12 stores. We have 13, this is our 13th baby.
I already go to Bangkok and
Okay? Mine is a pop-up.
that's pop-up there. The design is quite minimal. There is some really things.
There will be some pockets of identity, like cannot run away, like our logo. So what is here is the trending books. I won't mention other names, but I mean, this book is also a very good book, especially during COVID times. Our founder, she likes this book. I think people are going through a lot of things in their lives, so it's keep really a good book. Yeah. I'm not promoting a particular author, but this is a good book. All the necessary signages. And yeah, but in a quirky way, it's